What is up, guys? I'm here today, and welcome to our guide to the Unbroken Bonds, I would say, to the Cosmic Eclipse Pre-Release. So it's your first pre-release, or you're already established player. Bear with me. First, we're going to talk about what to bring, so for the brand new players that never been to a pre-release, and later in the video I'm going to talk about what to expect, like what can you do at the pre-release, what decks are good, what type of deck you should go for, so more complex things for people that did been to a pre-release already. And of course, those are going to be one of the last videos with that hat, so also take a good look at that hat. Alright, so first things first, you're going to your first ever pre-release. Great choice, nice. So this is going to be a Cosmic Eclipse, which is the last Sun and Moon set that we will ever gonna have. So definitely a nice starting point. There's a lot of good cards inside the set, but also pre-release is something that is, well, in majority of the cities, or LGS, which stands for local game store, non-competitive, which is quite cool. So what you should bring to your pre-release, that is the good question, because again, you want to come prepared. You don't want to be there looking like, who is that guy? No, you want to be prepared for the pre-release, right? So before you're gonna get your pre-release kit, what to bring? Well, first things first, you want to bring a playmat if you have. If you don't, you can buy it on site, but playmat is really needed, right? So you want to have your playmat with you, so you're not gonna destroy the sleeves, you're not gonna destroy, the new cards whatsoever, plus it makes you look really good. Next, I mentioned it, sleeves, right? You want to bring 40 sleeves minimum. Why minimum? Because you're gonna have a 40 card deck, right? So we have this deck over here, and those are like Kovacs sleeves. Like, she uses those ones with an outer sleeve, and that's her just being prepared for the pre-release with all the sleeves. Why 40 or maybe 45? Why? Well, you're gonna use a 40 card deck, and if any of the sleeves just rips, you want to have an access to additional ones. Plus, if you pull something really good and you don't want it to get destroyed, you put it in a sleeve as well. But what if you have this fantastic pull that you're not gonna use? Well, top loader. Definitely bring at least one top loader with you. That's like my advice. I always bring at least one or two with me in case I have something really cool, like a full art or anything that can get destroyed during the pre-release, because there's a lot of people at pre-release. There's a lot of movement, a lot of things happening, so you don't want your card to get banned if it's really good. Next thing is deck box. Do you want to bring a deck box? Actually, you don't have to. I don't usually bring, because those boxes, they are deck boxes. You can use them as deck boxes for the pre-release. But what is really good to do, and I'm going to talk about it later, just put a name over here, but we're going to talk about it a little bit later. What else to bring to the pre-release? Well, binder. But if you have binder and you want to flex, don't do it. Like, just don't. This is just bad manners, and don't do it. But if you want to bring a binder and you have a lot of tradable cards inside, yes, please bring it. Treat pre-release as a nice place to trade cards with people that, well, don't usually go to tournaments, because they only go to pre-releases, because they are people like that, right? So they will bring their binders, they will be able to sell, trade, and definitely use this opportunity for that. Like, don't be the guy who brings a binder filled with secret rares and goes, well, nothing technically from here, it's for sale or trade. BS, just get out. Like, no. This is flexing, this is bad manners, don't do it. Of course, you can have cards that you will not be able to trade, or you're not want to trade with people. They will ask, like, hey, is this for trade? You go like, no, actually those cards are for trade. It's fair enough, right? Because you want to do something. But if you're just there for flex, don't do it. You're not gonna be treated very kind, or people will remember you and be like, oh, that's this guy, and you don't want that, right? You don't want this patch being like saw to you. All right, what else to bring? Great attitude, right? Bring great attitude, bring a smile, and willingness to actually meet new people, and actually just having fun, because fun is the key for the pre-release. Let's be quite honest. I'm thinking if I forgot about anything, but I feel like, dices, of course. I almost forgot. The set of dice is quite cool if you're gonna bring it. Again, why? Because those are damage counters, so definitely dice is really nice of you to have it. You can buy it on site. Again, everything I'm talking about you can buy on site in your local game store, so you're not only supporting your local game store, as also enjoying a nice pre-release. Again, don't get salty if your friends or opponents have better pulls. I mean, for the last year I had really bad pulls of my own at pre-releases, and last time I was like literally almost crying because I was so pissed about it. But I was like, oh, okay, cool, it's all fun, it's a pre-release, we're gonna have fun, I'm just gonna buy the singles. And that's what I did, I still enjoyed it, I still made a few friends here and there, and it was a really, really nice time, because again, you want to spend a nice time the same way as your opponents you want, right? Other people that are in the store. Okay, so you've brought everything, you're prepared, you're ready, you want to play, and then it's time to play. So you receive this. Those are called build and battle decks, or boxes, sorry, build and battle boxes. This is a pre-release kit. So inside, what you will find, it's always there in the back, so I'm just going to read it for you. So 24 card evolution pack. What is a 23 card evolution pack? This is a pre-constructed deck. To be quite honest, this is a 23 pre-constructed deck to which you can add 17 energy, and there you go. You don't have to build anything yourself. You don't have to rely on your pulls. You have a deck already here if you want to. That goes with a theme. Like last time in Unified Minds, we got a grass type or a psychic type theme. It was fighting, psychic fighting, and grass water, right? Themes of those pre-constructed decks. Some are better than the other, some have different trainer cards, but definitely if you're scared of building, that's gonna be good for you, right? You just slap 17 energy there, maybe add something more, and you're good to go. That's how it is constructed. What else you're gonna find? Of course, you will find one of the 4 promo cards. For the Cosmic Eclipse, we've got Fione, Entei, Boswell, and Blazefalon, right? And which one is the best? Which one you should be happy about? Well, honestly, I've reviewed them already, but for me, Blazefalon is easy the best promo you can have at the pre-release, and you should utilize if you pull it, right? Maybe from the packs, maybe from from the box. You should utilize it as much as possible, because the amount of damage he can deal is just crazy. And let's remember, we're playing 4 prize card games with 40 cards only, so it's super easy to get to those 3 prize cards and use 12 damage counters on your opponent. Another one that's really good, and I think you will be using it a lot, might be a Boswell. Definitely a good pre-release card. And after pre-release, the worst, I would say Entei. Fione, it's somewhere there. I don't think you will use it at the pre-release itself, but it might be in your decks later. But definitely Blazefalon is the best promo in my opinion. What else you'll find in here? Well, you will find 4 Cosmic Eclipse packs. So you're gonna be cracking up those packs, Again, remember, you might, be with friends. Don't share pots, right? Don't share the pulls that you've got. Try to do it yourself. And you're gonna open them. You might hit something good, you might hit nothing. Don't get discouraged, okay? It happens, that's a pre-release. It happens. It happened to many of us, happened to me for the whole year, for 4 pre-releases right now in a row. So don't get discouraged if you not open anything. Try, you can try to just do some changes from what you've pulled, and do some changes to your 23 card set, right? The pre-constructed deck. And if there's nothing that you've pulled that is going to go into that deck, again, you can just use that pre-constructed deck and still win a pre-release. Those decks are really well constructed, and they are really there to help you. Of course, some are better than the other, but you're gonna have a great time playing them. So you've got your pulls. Of course, there's also a code for the whole kit. You've opened the packs. What's next? Well, you've got around 30 to 40 minutes to build a deck, so you're slowly building it. Don't forget to sleeve it. But you go wait, Raven, where's the energy? There's no energy here. Raven, what the hell? Okay. So the energy is going to be given to you. There are going to be energy stations in the local game store, so don't worry about that. You'll have a place where there's going to be a box filled with energy, and everyone's going to have an access to it. Do you have to give that energy back? No, it's for you. You've used it, you can take it home with your deck. So the energy is always there. Why? How do I know that? Well, when the store orders pre-release kits, right? The terminology can be kind of weird. So a kit for the store is constructed out of 1 booster box, 10 build and battle boxes, and an energy box for you guys. So you don't have to worry that you will not have the energy for your deck. If you want, you can bring yours, sure, like no one is going to say no, but if you don't have, you can always take the one from the box. That is going to lay somewhere separately, and the judge or the organizer will tell you where it is. What else do you need to know? Honestly, GXs. If you pull GXs or a tag team, well, should you play them? Honestly, if you have a Guzzlord tag team, sure, go for it. I would definitely recommend it, going to Guzzlord tag team. But any other tag team or any other GX, you should not. And I mean it, honestly. Why you should not? Pre-releases are only for prize card, right? And honestly, in general, you don't have all the supporters that you need for the specific tag team or a GX to work at its finest, or there's not enough time for it to work at its finest. So you don't want to risk just, one knockout game loss. Okay? If you're feeling lucky and if you're feeling, super crazy, go for it, but I don't recommend using GXs. Like, I've seen many people trying to use Mew 3, I've seen, Choo Choo, all of that. It's just not working at the pre-release. Pre-release is, completely different format, and you have to understand that. So even if you have a crazy GX, and if you're thinking about winning the games, just don't do it, right? Like, don't go into that direction. Try to construct your deck towards like basics, because again, remember, they have to take one GX and maybe one baby. You have to take 4 babies, so it might be a little bit harder, especially if they have like hard hitting baby cards, right? If they have Blazefalon, for example, it can be devastating, it can be crushing to you. So, or Xatu from that set, right? Especially Xatu, it's a crazy card, if you add a Blazefalon to it. So don't go that way. Why I said Blazefalon GX tag team? Well, because his GX attack is literally you take 2 prize cards or some more. So definitely this can win you games, but it's like a last resort card. You don't want to slap it right away. You just want to put it closer to the end, just slowly charge it and then go for it, right? So be careful about that. Be careful about GXs. And I know it's exciting. I know you're going to pull like a Reshiram. I hope so. And you'll be like, oh, I want to play it so bad. But if you're thinking about winning, just don't go that way, right? Just try babies more. Again, normally pre-release lasts 4 rounds, and the rounds depend on the store. I've seen rounds being 30 minutes. I've been playing rounds that are hour and 20 minutes. So it all depends on the store. So be prepared for both, right? Be prepared for long games or short games. Be ready for that. Well, what happens, you've played the tournament, you've won some, you've lost some. What happens after? Well, depending on the store, either you have a pack for each win, or at the end, it's like, for our local game store that I've said, for finishing the tournament, you receive 3 more packs of the brand new set that you can open in front of everyone. You can open them at home. That is your reward, which is quite cool. And again, you're able to play the whole set like 2 weeks earlier. That is fantastic. And honestly, this is the best entryway. This is the best, way to get into Pokemon TCG. You can get your, fiance, you can get your boyfriend, whatever. Take them to a pre-release, because again, they don't have to build a deck. They are going to be given a deck, like 23 card deck, slap 17 energy, and let them have fun. and I can guarantee you they will have fun. And even if they open something cool, that's even better, right? If they open something cool, they will be super excited, super happy, and they'll have a great time. Because remember, pre-releases are celebrations. They're meant to be non-competitive. They're meant to be fun, and they're meant to, you know, bring people together of the same interest. So have nice conversations, you know. Don't be a guy who walks around and like, oh, someone wants to buy this Mew 3 right now. It's like, no, just wait until the very end. Like, don't go from in between rounds. Just like wait until the event is over, right? Just don't be the guy that people will dislike, or a girl, okay? Just try, you know, to be as nice as possible. You know, some players that you're gonna encounter are there for the first time ever. So try to give them a nice advice if they ask. Because if they don't try to school them. Don't try to teach them if they don't want to. Okay? Again, that's bad manners, you know, and that might, you know, that depends on the person, of course. Because if someone asks you for advice and you give them and they flip out at you, well, that's their fault. Like, they've asked and you were honest, so whatever. Right? So please, guys, this weekend, go there, have fantastic pulls, get that Blazeful on, get that secret rares, and have fun, enjoy yourself, and that's it. I hope you're gonna get amazing pulls. Like, you're gonna see our vlog from on Sunday, like after the pre-release. I'm gonna try to, you know, squeeze it. And goodbye, mwah, good night, have a fantastic pre-release, guys. Love you, bye.